Welcome to TMMKFitness Anywhere. My name is Jake. Every day on this page we help you get a little closer to your fitness goals. If you love health and fitness, guys, go ahead, hit that like and share button right now. We are the best fitness page in all the interwebs, at least in my opinion, of course. Welcome to Weekend Warrior. What do we have for you today? So today our workout is going to be highly based on core activation and mobility, because who doesn't need more of that? Ought to be a good way to get your weekend rolling. So we'll have two different circuits. We're integrating exercises both for mobility and core strengthening there, and we'll roll through it. But first we're going to start with our warm-up. All you're going to need for the day is some sort of timing device, or you can stick with me. And I have a PVC pipe. If you have like a room stick, something like that at home, feel free to use that. Let's get right into it. Starting, we're going to open up those hips a little bit. We're going to do a Tai Chi lunge and twist. So I'm going to go into a sumo stance. Toes are going to be outward. I'm going to shift to one side. I'm going to look towards that side, reverse my stance, look towards that side, reverse. And you want to make that one smooth motion. You want to keep your hands on the hips. You can keep them here. Open up those hips. Get a nice good pop. That feels really good. Just getting those hips nice and opened up, nice and mobile. Want to keep doing that for about 10 more seconds. Get that synovial fluid in the joint capsules moving around. From there, we're going to go into our squat. Go ahead, stabilize yourself on the ground. If you want a counterweight or something to hold on to, that's fine too. I'm just going to leave my hands here, drive those knees out, open up the groin. Go ahead, swivel around, trying to mobilize your ankles and those knees. I highly recommend, if you have a hard time getting down to that deep squat, hold on to something and use that as a counterbalance and try to really focus on getting deep into that position. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and swivel to one side. I'm going to try to keep that heel on the ground. Stabilize myself, get a nice good stretch in that calf and that knee. That feels really good right now. And 3, 2, 1, come back to center, swivel to the other side. Again, same thing, trying to keep that heel down on the ground. Also, we want to focus on our breathing in through our nose, nice and deep. Hold at the top for a moment. Exhale, let everything out. 3, 2, 1, come back to center. Drive those knees out. Go ahead, come up out of that squat. We're going to go into a split stance, one side. You can come up onto that toe. We're going to touch down. You can have that opposite hand on the hip or up against the wall. I'm going to touch down in that split stance. Come up, reach towards the sky. Open up those obliques, open up those lats. Go back down. We're going to continue that. 3 reps. 4. And 5. From there, I'm going to plant that hand down. I'm going to go opposite elbow, going towards the ground, reach it up, coming back down. We're at 3, 4, last one, and let's hit that other side. So again, I'm in that split stance. You can begin up on that toe, bracing against my hip, touching the ground. As I rotate up, I can plant that heel if you want. And as I become a little more mobile with each rep, you'll notice my stance is coming out and it's opening up. As you loosen up, kind of test that range of motion a little bit. And last one, plant that hand, opposite side, elbow to the ground, reaching high. 3, 4, and 5. We're going to get a really good warm-up. Our warm-up is going to take a little longer today. We're going to continue with this mobilization theme. All right, next we're going to go into our cervical warm up. You may have done this with me before. We're going to start. So this will be the 12. This will be the 6, right? So, or excuse me, this will be the 12, this will be the 6. So I'm stepping back at an angle, not directly back. Arms are going to rotate all the way across, like I'm pointing my hands at the 3. Gaze is following that direction, come back. We're going to repeat that again, pivoting all the way around. Now, I'm going to hit that other side, same thing. Gaze is going to the 9, and again, I'm going to go ahead and pivot on that back leg. Now let's hit that other side again. I'm leaving my gaze back at the 6. Arms are going to the 3, okay, like so, again. And other side, leaving that gaze directly back. Now, I'm going to step back. I'm leaving my gaze at the 9. Arms are going all the way to the 3. Back up, and again. Should start to feel a good stretch in that neck. Other side. Same thing. You want to make sure when you're doing all these, and I even have to remind myself, try not to get a forward head going. Think nice and tall, tuck that chin. Now, we're going to look over at the 11, stepping back. Really good stretch with this one. Again, I'll be forcing that range of motion a little bit more. And other side, looking at that 1. Really get a nice good stretch. And good, we're going to go down to the ground. Continue to warm up, open up those hips. Down to the ground. Spread the feet into a wide angle stretch, forward stretch. We're going to do an alternating toe touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go a little wider. As I'm warming up, I'm going to again continue to test that range of motion a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go as far as I can. We're going to hold one side for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Reach for those toes. If this is really easy to grab your toes, or excuse me, if it's too difficult, just place your hands down and go into that forward fold. If that's really easy to touch your toes, grab the sides of your feet, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into a butterfly stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now that we're nice and warmed up, all these exercises are going to continue to mobilize and activate our core. So we're going to do our first round, 60 seconds, 50 seconds for our second, 40 rounds for our last. I'll demonstrate our first exercises. First, we have a bend and reach. We're going to go into a squat, nice and deep. Then we're going to hinge forward, reach for the toes. You can curve the back slightly, that's fine. We're going for that stretch, right? And we're going to increase that pace. So again, make sure you're not overly, adding too much intensity and throwing your body forward. We're keeping control the entire time. Next, we're going to go into an alternating toe tap. So we're going to go into a push-up position, set our plank, and we're going to alternate. I'm going to kick one leg through, touch that toe, and continue that. Okay, if I need to go down a level, I'm just going to plant that foot And if I really need to, just focus on crossing that foot over and keeping that stability. Okay, next we're going to do a Caustic Squat. So we're going to go into a wide stance. We're just alternating sides when we do that. So we're both strengthening and mobilizing at the same time. Great exercise, guys. Caustic Squat's really good. And then we're going to go into a rotational lunge. You can do it with that broomstick if you like. If you want to keep your hands in front, that's fine. As long as you're keeping control. If you feel like you're kind of going one way or the other, this can help keep you in check. Boom. Boom. That feels a little harder. All right. Again, 60 seconds, 50 seconds, 40 seconds. Let's get it. Grabbing my timer, starting with our bend and reach. 3, 2, 1, begin. Maybe. There we go. Going down, nice deep squat. Controlling our breathing. My goal for this class is not for you to be dead, exhausted at the end. We have a different objective today. We want to become mobile. We want to wake up the body. We want to get that core on board. That's going to help your posture and how you operate throughout the day. That way you can enjoy your weekend and recover from the hard week you've had. We've already got 30 seconds in, guys. Continue that breathing. As I'm going towards the ground, I'm inhaling. As I'm going away from the ground, I'm exhaling. We got 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. We have our alternating toe taps right into it. Set that plank. And again, you can touch here. Try to keep those hips nice and low. Honestly, I think it'd be harder to keep your hips high. Kick that leg through. Nice, good control. Pack those shoulders. Screw those hands into the ground. Again, if you need to control it a little more, that's fine. Or if you need to just practice that crossover, perfectly fine. We got 15 seconds, guys. Good control. Trying to perfect that form the best we can. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out real quick. We have Caustic Squats next. Split that stance, alternating. Here we go. Nice and deep, sinking on that heel. Open up those hips. And we're strengthening and mobilizing at the same time. This is a great exercise, guys. Getting some unilateral movement. We got 30 seconds left. Try your best to keep those toes forward. Another variation you can try is pointing that toe up as you go down. A little different. You'll feel it affect your hips a little differently. Just make sure you stay stable, nice and controlled. And 3, 2, 1. And we have rotational lunges next. So again, hands can be here, they can be on top of the head. Unlike in the broomstick. Continuing on with that breathing, keeping that good posture. We're always the same fundamentals apply, guys. Foot's planted flat. Tucking the pelvis at the top, keeping those ribs down. We're never hyperextending, right? We still want our shoulders back and down. Whoa. We got 20 more seconds. You might not get as much range of motion, right? You might just need to do a little less range of motion on that rotation. Try to slow it down and get it fully across the body if you can. And time. Take a second. We're gonna go into round 2, 50 seconds for this one, starting with that bend and reach. Shake it off real quick, get ready, get set, and go. Nice and deep. Little faster pace this time. Just a little bit. Brace that core, tuck that pelvis, right? Drive those hips through. Screw those feet into the ground. You should feel when you're rotating your feet out, you should feel your glutes turn on. Good stuff, nice and deep. Almost there, gang. We got 15 more seconds, or excuse me, 5 more seconds, my bad. And time. Shake it out real quick, alternating toe taps. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice and controlled. Keep that breathing on board. Every time I'm resetting that plank, tucking my pelvis, squeezing the tops of my legs, tucking that chin. We got 10 seconds. And time. Nice. Caustic squats next, beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sinking down. Again, I'm controlling it a little bit more on the down, the negative, a little faster going up. And you can try pointing that toe up, see how that feels. That feels real nice. Again, feel free to use that wall, guys, if you need. If you're coming over like so, a lot of people that don't have the mobility, they fold forward a little too much, race with the wall, so that you can kind of offset, counterbalance, or hold on to something. Heck, you might even be able to use that broomstick. Yep. So you can use that for stability. And 3, 2, and 1. Rotational lunges next. Oh yeah. I'm feeling really good, y'all. Getting nice and opened up. 3, 2, 1. Stepping back. Drop those hips. If you're wanting to try a forward version, I tell people if you're doing a forward lunge, don't think so much you're moving forward. Think you're dropping your hips down, right? Then rotate. That's fine. Forward, down, rotate. That's okay. A little different. Dropping those hips, staying flat on that foot. Back foot can come up on the toe, ball of the foot. About 15 seconds left, guys. Excellent. Yep, try to test that range of motion. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, we're down to our last round. Shake it out real quick. 40 seconds for this. Get ready. Get set. Begin. Bend and reach. Nice and deep. And hinge forward. Again, we're trying to find, really focus and dial in on that full range of motion. You can go a little faster if you want. If you want to make it a little more metabolic, that's cool. Still tucking that pelvis. Drive those hips through, turn those on. And 3, 2, and 1. Alternating toe taps. Begin. Keep that control. You can for these, you can let your pelvis face the side, that's fine. You don't have to be trying this number unless you want to. But You'll find it a little bit easier, actually probably easier. It's almost like you're going into a side plank, right? Keep it up, gang, keep it up. We got 10 seconds. Drop those hips. Try not to come up here. And 3, 2, 1. Coming back up. Caustic squat. And go. If you want to hang out at the bottom, that's fine. If you want to pick it up a little bit, that's fine too. Nice and deep. Even guys, I'm constantly having to reel myself in with good form. I'm always reminding myself, trying to get into that optimal positioning. It takes practice, guys. Even for the experienced, you're constantly trying to remind yourself. So don't feel bad if it's a little difficult. It's fine. And 3, 2, 1, time. Rotational lunges next. Shake it out real quick. Last exercise for this circuit. Shake it out real quick. Get ready. Get set. Begin stepping back. Really test that range. Really try to get good upper spine rotation. Most of that rotation should be happening at your upper back. Driving, think I'm driving this shoulder forward and driving this shoulder back. All right, we got 10 more seconds. Attack that pelvis. And 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Nice work. All right, let's go into our next circuit, right into it. So, keeping that broomstick up behind our back, we're going to practice our good morning. So we're doing good morning. Feet are about hip width apart. Slight bend in the knees is okay, right? I want to keep my core tight, ribs down, pelvis tucked. I'm going to let my hips shift back. I'm keeping a straight line from the top of my head to the base of my spine. You should feel a nice, good stretch back here. We do not want to curve our back in this, right? Not what we're going for. We're looking for hamstring mobility. We're going to go into a unilateral glute bridge. Go to the ground, tucking that knee like so. From there, we're going to go right into a dead bug. Arms up, legs up at that 90 degree. Alternating, good control. Okay. And we're going to actually end it with a jumping jack. Get some blood flow in there. So, starting with good morning. I say so too much. I need to stop doing that. All right, good morning first. Feet hip width apart. Get ready. Get set. 1 minute. Begin. Get a good stretch. Now, if you find maybe you're a little limited in your mobility, right? Maybe you get here, your back wants to round. What I want to encourage you to do is find that range of motion. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sink into it and really focus on that stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. So again, if I get limited, also you can give, if you have your legs locked, there's a lot of slack taken out of your hamstrings. So if you just give that slight bend in your knees, if you have that lock, you just bend your knees, you'll be able to hinge forward just a little bit from that. That's fine. We got 10 seconds. Feeling really good today. And 3, 2, 1, set it on down. Unilateral glute bridging. So, tucking that knee. Can you stop saying so? Driving that hip up. And what that's going to do, when you tuck that knee, it's going to force you to use your glutes and hamstrings and take your lower back out of it. If you're limited in your range, if you keep going up, you start arching that lower back, just limit your range of motion, guys. We have about 30 seconds left. Tuck that knee. Keep your ribs down. "20 seconds left. Again, this is all going to help your posture for the rest of the day. If you're doing this in the morning, I recommend 8 seconds left. Going right into a dead bug. 3, 2, 1. Take that position, arms up into the air, perpendicular with the ground. Nice, good control. Pulling those toes back. Nice and controlled. You want to stop your leg. If you feel that space in the small of your back coming up, your leg's probably going a little too low, just bring it up out of the hole. If this is a little much, just keep your arms stationary. Focus on the legs. If you want, you can also break it down, just the arms. If you feel like you need to work on that shoulder mobility, this is a good one for it. Whoa. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. And jumping jacks next. Get ready, get set, let's go. You want to practice a little coordination, you can do feet forward and back. Get that blood flowing. If you have any shoulder issues, just go right here into a half jack. 30 seconds left. Let's pick it up a little bit. You got it. You got it. "15 seconds. Keep it up. Stick with me. Stick with me. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Shake it out real quick. Going back into that good morning. Feeling that blood flow should help a little bit. Try to get a little bit more range on this one. We're going to give it a second. All right. Get ready. Get set. Begin. Slide bend the knees. Now I can also, if I want, cue back here. I want 3 points of contact. Back of my head, back of my shoulder blades, and tailbone. Same thing. You can do the same things you were talking about earlier. Find that end range of motion. Go a little bit deeper. Nice stretch. Again, glutes and hamstrings, guys. I'm sure you want to feel it. If you feel like you got that down, here you go. And actually, more weight can make you more mobile. Not a whole lot of weight, but if you have a little overpressure to pull you down, it can assist with that stretch. And 3, 2, 1, time. Let's go into the unilateral glute bridge. Oh, yeah. And get ready, get set, begin. Tuck that knee. Tuck that knee. Drive with the glute. Drive that heel into the ground. Ribs down. Keep it up. Stick with me. Looking good, guys. Great way to spend your weekend. I recommend repeat this workout throughout the week. Tell me if it doesn't improve your posture. I bet it will. And 3, 2, 1, dead bug, begin. Nice, good control. Lock those arms out. Okay, if you want to work a little bit more on shoulder mobility, just focus on the arms going back. And slow down that tempo a little bit. Stretch out those lats. Again, if you want to work a little more on core stability, is a little too much for you, just focus on the legs. Oh, this feels good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Jumping jack last. Get ready. Get set. Begin. You can also modify if you need to march in place. It's a little too high impact. That's fine. Here we go. You got it. You got it. Stick with me. Stick with me. You got it. Keep in tune with your breathing. You need to take a second, that's fine, but get right back into it. Do feet back and forward if you want. Almost to our last round, guys. Almost there. 10 seconds. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 3, 2, 1. Time. We are in for our last round. On those jumping jacks, we're really going to go all out. Good mornings first. Same principles apply. Recommend close your eyes. I'll let you know when the time is. Just focus on getting that stretch. Not in your back so much, way more in your hamstrings and glutes. Give yourselves about 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Again, tuck that chin. Think nice and tall. Keep that spine nice and neutral. My gaze is following my hinge. So while I'm at the top, I'm looking forward. As I go down, my gaze is following suit. All the movements happening at the hip. And we got 8 more seconds. And time. Sit it on down. Glute bridge. All right. Get ready. Get set. Begin. Tuck that knee. Drive. 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 Down to our last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Dead bug, go. Still keeping that control. Keep that breathing on board. Nice and stable. Got 20 seconds left. Almost there, 8 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, bring it up. Last bout right here. All right, all right, all right. 40 seconds, get ready, get set. Begin. Stick with it, almost there. Looking good. We got about 12 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, gang. All right, so for your cool down today, go ahead if you want to repeat the stretches we did at the very beginning. perfectly fine. We did a lot of mobility work throughout today. If you want to do a little stretch after that intense bout of jumping jacks at the end, feel free to do so. Guys, thank you so much for coming out this weekend and doing this with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Hope to see you guys soon. Be blessed. Coach Jake, out.